Wormhole to another world. I say teleport. I say comfort. I say ah. I say coco. I say popopoy. Now listen. Remember to Deal Figure Entertainment me. STAYFYA, and check out my music, check out my speech. You search me up on all engine. Follow me on all social media. And this is the new way. If you're an artist, you could sing and talk, but America telling me to slow off for the talking because I'm kicking straight fact. And most of what you listening out there, it come from me. Understand? Ain't no bragging, they're just trying to tell you what's going on. Now this one now, the love. The word you call love, is somebody write that and tell us that it's love. But if you look in nature, you will notice that the behavior of the species of human are like the four-legged animals. You understand? And they behave like human in certain bracket of life. If you look at the female dog hump when she wore, and she want 5 or 8 dog on her. If you look at the lion is just one on her. Understand? You don't want a bunch of them on it. And but the gorilla is the same thing. And then you have those are other species that want more than one male on them. Understand? But if you look within your household, man, if you're trying to look for a good woman, and you grew up in a good home, and you was a man, I think you should look for a woman like your mother. If your mother is a good woman, you will look for that. And if your father was a good man to your mother, what you need to do is look how your father was and look for a woman like your mother if you were a man. And female, you look for a man like your father. Understand? But if you do not have those experience, the best thing to do is read books and check and calculate and go test the water. And when you're testing water, you can't let your guards down. You can't say, well, this one loves me, and then next 5 years you move on to a next one. And I noticed something within the earth. Most females do not check the behavior of the person, and they think they're doing a different new things, but all they're doing is repeating life and making the same mistake. This is why I said in some of my videos, might as well just stick it with the person. If the person have a credential, an education, a drive to make it, the person just want a little booster, and he make one mistake, you should just work it up. Because when you move on to the other one, I told you before, you're gonna make the same mistake. The mistake might not comes into the same behavior as a person that you left before. You might just play it out in a different form. This is why they have the sarcasm, what's the word? The shrink them. That's the word. And you go see a shrink and they work on their relationship and all that. What they call us? I think it's psychiatrists. That's the word. And they look it up and then have the relationship helpers. This is why they have that. This is why business lasts longer than relationship. That's why business lasts longer than relationship. Because you see the business have a schedule, right? And the business follow a certain way of life. The business follow a certain rule. The business stay on top of things. If something broke on the business, like let's say the water leak, you have somebody he call up and say, well, plumber, come in. If they have what do you call it, a leak in the roof, they call somebody to deal with the roof. They have a leaking problem with the pipe, they call a plumber. If they have something like a hole or a door, a window crack, they call a carpenter. You understand, to deal with the problem. So if you're in a relationship now, some people believe they're calling God. But when you go to the church, you don't see God in it. You're praying for a spiritual guide to keep your relationship. When all it takes is just the way of a business. You understand? So for example, something happened or a fight. On a job, what they do on the job? They sit down and find out where the problem is and shut down the problem. Understand? And they use facts to solve the problem. I want to say, if you was wrong, well, you got to admit that you was wrong. I suspend you or I demote you and do something like that. Understand? In a relationship, if you follow that order, you can lose. Because listen, if let's say a woman caught the husband cheating, right? And the woman decided to give the husband another chance, right? Well, it's the same thing like job. The man gonna have to work on his behavior to get back the points that he took away. Understand? But if the woman just pack up and gone, and go to another man, the next man might cheat on her, but she might not find out and probably do something bad to her. Understand? But if you run it like a business now, it's a totally different. when you're running like a business, now you're monitoring things. You understand? If your wife changes, you're supposed to see the changes. If your husband changes, you're supposed to see the changes. The same thing in everything. You understand? But I think if you're looking for love, man, you gotta look up how you grow. If you grow up in a bad family, you're gonna have to actually go test the water. Understand? I don't think, well, okay, if I do it this way, it's gonna be better. If I get money, it's gonna be better. Ask anybody with money. When they get money, what they do, they notice that the problem expand more. Cause there's more money, more problem. So you might find a woman when you have money, but all she do is come to take your money and then put you on child support. And you might find a woman that been around with you before you get money, and then she stay with you, and then she didn't use the money and luxury, and suddenly now she get rich and have luxury, she want to separate and go to someone that didn't start out with her, didn't struggle with her, and they'll give him the riches that you want her earn. You understand? There's so many crazy things happening on that level. So if you want to really find that love, I think you should just study life, man. Study life and have an understanding. You understand? That's all it is. Every time you hear siren going off in my videos, they say the police said steal the car. You hear that? The government told me every time the siren go off, as the police stealing my thoughts. Understand? So right now, I'm doing a video and what love and what I think love should be working out. Understand? So in America where I live, man, no one don't stick together no more. Understand? No one don't really stick together. No one don't really work it out. For them to work it out, they're relying on friends. And they're searching for love in the wrong department. Many of them searching for love among the wrong people. Understand? Those people are annoying with all that, man. But listen to me, man. Below my videos, I want you to check out my links, man. Understand? On Facebook and all the other search engines, search up me on YouTube. Remember, Dale Figure Entertainment. Now we are in the time period where most artists sing and they talk. Understand? And if you're searching for love, you gotta test the water and make sure when you test the water, you test it right. You can't be searching for love for the same energy all the time, because sometimes you have to switch your energy to search for love. Understand? And love is not feeling and who you like and who you're cute, man. Love is someone that work with you and build with you. Look at it like business and you will have a longevity. Understand? And what most businesses do, they stay on top of things. What they do, they schedule things and pay attention. And one loose ball, what they do, they fire and rehire. All right, peace. That's when you break up and move on. Understand that? All right, peace.